right. Get that thing right. Get that thing right. Chilling. Get my lights right. That's red, damn it. There we go. There we go. Now we wait. Wait for these noties to go out. Shaniko's Clipbot was good with you. Gotta get my shit right. There we go. Oh yeah, hit that like button whenever you get in here, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Hit that like button. See what's up with y'all. What up, Scrub Zero? Scotty Boy 36. Got Blackbird Midnight in the building. Hit the like button. Hit that like button. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, they've been busting brackets left and right, Scotty Boy, just wasting no time with it. Let's see. Yeah, Texas won. What up, Daryl Jones? What up, What up, Steven 78744? I got Darren Wall. I saw that Vanilla Vic finally got weapons. He's still Danny Nichols. Yeah, they were saying that Marcus Carr, he looked like me. Dell was the first person to tell me that, and I was like, damn, that's actually funny, bro. He really do look like me, I ain't even gonna lie. Ironic, he went to a school that got orange, too. What up, Juju Simpson? Seen him setting up Miami for the Dolphins. Let me get this right. They setting up Miami, the Dolphins next year, to his last chance. Shit, they better take full advantage of it. You better take full advantage of it. That's all I gotta say. I mean, you look at Buffalo, they still gonna be good. And like I said with the Jets, I feel like it's gonna be the same thing we saw with Brett Favre. If Rodgers goes there, he ain't gonna be good. It's not gonna be an elite quarterback situation. Yeah, I know we tagged Lamar. I read reports that he might end up with the Patriots. We might trade him to the Patriots. I really hope he don't end up with the Patriots, which had me thinking maybe, just maybe, that was what Tom Brady was really talking about when he said you're next. Because I already said it wasn't about no Super Bowl. Could have been, at the time, Brady was with the Patriots when he had told Lamar Jackson what he had said. Maybe that's what Brady really meant. Yeah, Coalition Breeze, this tournament been crazy. They've been busting everybody's bracket with, hell, Princeton beat Mizzou. Fairleigh Dickinson beat Purdue. Who else? Tennessee beat Duke. I really didn't think Tennessee was going to win that game, but I ain't mad. I hate Duke. Fuck them niggas. Danny Downs, Cash Money Jones. John Morant said to play in the playoffs at least, yeah. 8-game suspension, yeah, they would have been dumb not to have him in there. Yeah, exactly, Scrubs here. You know that Rodgers going to the Jets don't mean nothing. They still the Jets. I'm trying to think. Who else busted up the bracket, too? Damn, who was it? Oh, Kansas lost earlier to Arkansas. That's right. That's right. Kansas lost to Arkansas. They've been knocking out some 1 seeds. The only ones left are the 2 red and white teams. Not Arkansas. Alabama and Houston. And Alabama playing right now. Right now I'm watching, who's this? Northwestern and UCLA. I've actually heard of Fairleigh Dickinson, ironically. I didn't know much about him. I didn't know they was in, New Jersey? The Jets have the longest streak of not making the playoffs. That's sad when you can't even say it's the Browns. What's my thoughts on the Warriors right now? I mean, good at home, on the road, not doing shit, which is not going to help them in the playoffs. Rodgers has a list of demands for the Jets. He wants Odell. He been wanting Odell for a little minute, though. That ain't nothing new. Because he wanted Odell when he was still with the Packers. Star players getting traded like 2K. They treating this like Madden Ultimate Team. They're really treating this like Madden Ultimate Team. Anybody can go anywhere. Man, hit that like button. Hit that like button. I hardly ever ask to do that. Hit that like button. Curry's going through that post-championship ritual. Yeah. I know someone had mentioned it could be the Bucks and the Warriors in the finals. I still say Boston and Phoenix. Lakers, I saw that, bro. It's funny how after LeBron was yelling at Anthony Davis, and shout out Call Me Kinfolk. I know he sent me the video. I was actually out last night. I saw the buzzer beater. I didn't see everything in between leading up to it. But Kinfolk showed me the video. And man, it's like right after he talked to LeBron, or LeBron was talking to him, Anthony Davis stopped trying to get rebounds, started fouling on purpose, left Kleber wide open, missed free throws, point shave basically. Like it was obvious they were trying to give up the game. And we know what it was when Kleber hit that shot. Because again, they mentioned Kleber ain't really hitting nothing all day. And oh, look at that. Just like the game, what game was that? Virginia. The Virginia game. He's not a good three-point shooter, but boom, he can nail the clutch one suddenly. Did I notice the guy who threw a game? Jacoby Myers ended up with the Raiders. Yeah, I saw that. To Chandler Jones, who used to play for the Patriots. That's funny how that worked out. Both players involved used to play for the Patriots, and now they both play for the Raiders. Arkansas is going to end up winning it all. Unfortunately, and you from Arkansas did some fucking bullshit. I don't see them winning it. I don't see Arkansas winning it. What do I think about the Lakers playoff run? Man, they ain't gonna do shit. Lakers, like I said, the Lakers ain't gonna do shit. I said this earlier this week. This idea that the Lakers gonna go to the finals and win it, bro, get that out your head. They ain't finna do none of that. Scrubs said, hit that like button like Julius Randle hit that magnet shot in Miami. I couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, then they double team Kyrie on the last play. And you can see Anthony Davis blatantly just left dude. Like, really gave this man all of 8 feet. That man could have laid there, made a sandwich if he wanted to. Never heard of Maxi Kleber? Maxi Kleber been on the map for a minute, man. So funny how these players miss wide open but cash contested shots like nothing. Yeah, Sneako's clip bots. NFL hates the Raiders. Exactly. The Lakers are done until 2030. I hope so. So you feel bad for Lamar? It's really the way they're doing them that it's like, come on. Come on, man. It's really the way that they're doing them. You mean tell me an MVP in his prime, no team is interested? That the Falcons would rather take Taylor Heineke over Lamar? Come on. Granted, they probably just gonna try to, see what they can do with Desmond Ritter. Which, I mean, he hasn't played a full season, so I get it. They drafted him for a reason. Have I seen all these shots that get stuck on the rim, on the back of the rim? Yes. Yes, I saw that. It was Kentucky and Providence. The free throw, you see the ball rim around, then it just sits there. And I posted on TikTok, I didn't post it on YouTube. I'm just like, where did they do this at? Like, seriously, where did they do this at? That the ball is literally just sitting there. It just stops spinning and just sits there. And some people on TikTok are like, I've seen that happen before. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Virginia player could have passed the ball, and the other player could have dribbled the ball up half court. Yeah, he was wide open. And he would have committed to the player on the other side of the half court, making him wide open. Yeah, if not even that, call the timeout. They had the timeout left. Shout out to LeBron James and the Los Angeles Fakers. One thing you always wanted to ask about these scripted games is, are the injuries scripted too, or is that just unlucky? There are some scripted injuries and there's some real ones. Like, you're going to have wear and tear on your body with running up and down the court continuously, whether it's college, pro, whatever sport, or football for that matter, whatever sport. like broken bones, yeah, you can still really get your shit broken. Let's hope it's in the numbers for the Jets. Rodgers this year, nah. You know they don't like Rodgers like that. They really done with them on some real shit. When you think about it, the way they did him last year should have showed you. They kind of trying to push him out. They slowly trying to push him out like they did Brady. Who I got one in the tourney? Shit, I had 4 teams I was looking at. It was Houston, UConn, Duke, and shit, who was the other one? Arizona. Duke lost to Tennessee today. Go Vols. Arizona's out. If I had to lean between Houston or UConn, I'm looking at UConn right now. They said Julius Randle teammate grave dropped on that ISO. You still bet because you have a 50-50 chance. I mean, if you want to bet on it, go ahead. I ain't gonna stop nobody from betting on these games. I don't care. Ain't my money. Sultan said I got a twin. Ever since Rogers denied the CV19 stuff has been around. Exactly. They ain't gonna reward that. That's like my one thing about the Mavericks was a hesitancy with them was Kyrie Irving going there and how the media attacks him and all the things he said goes against what the NBA wants to push. They say, yeah, they gave him the 2 MVPs to throw in the playoffs. Yeah. It's like, we'll give you these individual awards, but we ain't giving you the team rewards like another Super Bowl. They got him out the division. The Lions are up next. Right, they using the same Brett Favre script. Big Pontiac pointed that out the other night. So you got Marquette winning. Every team in the Lions division been to the playoffs in recent years. Is their time. Think about it. The Bears are getting players. The Lions getting players. Packers gonna be losing a quarterback. Vikings are still the Vikings. Not saying much. Tennessee deep, bro. Tennessee. I'll say they were way more physical than Duke watching that game. They're way more physical. Um, I've never seen so many putback dunks in a game in my life. I was like, wow. Kumar did his thing though. I was like, Tennessee up first half. Tennessee gonna blow this lead. And lo and behold, they didn't. I hate Duke, so it worked out. Do I think college basketball players be in on the Regan? Yes. Yes. You won money off the Super Bowl? Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Some might be on it, but most you believe is playing their heart out the college. Nah, a lot of them niggas ain't on it. Once you get to that point where you playing in the tournament and stuff, and you see these players suddenly forget how to dribble on open fast breaks and it's like quick turnovers, you know they ain't on that stuff. Come on. I'll say like if you're an incoming freshman and you don't really know the system and how it's working like that, you might think it's real. But at this point of the season, you gonna know if you playing 30 something plus games, you're going to know. Like, hey, something fishy's going on. Do I think Mahomes going to go through a humiliation ritual this upcoming season, like losing in divisional again? He can't win it every year. I'll say they go back to back this year as of right now. But I'll say really his humiliation ritual is his brother, man. Like his brother keep doing all this embarrassing shit that keeps going viral. Score. As a Tar Heels fan, it feels good to see Duke get their ass kicked early. Right? And then you think about it for Tennessee. They would play the winner of the Fairleigh Dickinson FAU game. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh, they going to make it easy for Duke. No. It'd be something, though, if either one. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't even going to say that. I'm just going to wait till that game comes, that Sweet 16 game occurs. So do I think the magnets are used in Europe too? I say yes. So you gotta think about these niggas play overseas too. And some will come from overseas, so they gotta be used to the same system. I wouldn't say they abuse it the same way they do the NBA though. Dylan Brooks is Andre Roberson with high shooting tendencies. I said Dylan Brooks is more like a wannabe Draymond Green. Dallas vacation, you funny. He said, I'm playing for Texas. I'm controlled op. So one thing you know is hard to win back-to-back Super Bowls? Yeah. You ain't lying about that. The reason I say that as far as back-to-back is they making these Brady Mahomes comparisons. And what did Tom Brady do with the Patriots? He won some back-to-back Super Bowls. So Mahomes, he could be due for back-to-back. The media's been discrediting Kobe. Yeah, they act like it's just LeBron and MJ. Like Kobe don't even exist. So when you saw Tennessee players pushing around Duke players and getting away with it, you knew Tennessee was going to win. Boy, they elbowed Filipowski, boy. Caught that bow. He was like, yeah, he little bitch ass nigga. What up, Golden Eagle 99? Notice how Jamar Chase started him and slowly fading. Maybe he isn't cooperating. Oh, yeah. Was it his baby mama said something? You talking about she could like mess up his whole reputation? It's great. A lot of women can say that about a lot of men select. Well, a lot of women can say that period about dudes. It's hilarious how you say that. That about Dylan Brooks. Somebody dug up a post about how in 2016 he said he was aspiring to be a Draymond type player for Memphis. And it's funny, him and Draymond had his little beef going on. You spoke with Justin Jackson. Oh, that 2017 UNC team. I remember, little light-skinned dude, yeah. He scored the game-clinching dunk in the title game, and he denied he was involved in any rigging in college or pro. That's what he's supposed to say. He ain't gonna sit up here and say, yeah, I did it. Back-to-back tie is gonna be tough, but hope you can do it. Definitely don't think this Mahomes. Oh, yeah, I don't think this is the last ring either. What up, Super Treybo? Who do I think the Panthers are picking the draft? Bryce Young and Shroud. I'd take Shroud over Bryce Young. But Kobe must have went against the grain and didn't do something. It wasn't that. It was the fact that they really wanted LeBron to be the face. And they prematurely moved on from Kobe while he was still in his prime. Because remember, once all that stuff happened in Colorado, it was like, all right, Kobe's no longer the favorite or the best player in the league. LeBron, we're going to anoint him as the guy. What do I think Ja's getting into it, ritual or just being dumb? That's a ritual, man. That's a whole ritual. That man worth $200 million doing dumb shit like that. Come on. That's his humiliation ritual. Blackbird says it's a brotherhood. Exactly. It's like the whole Kobe thing was a humiliation ritual too. And back to John Morant, they need a new Allen Iverson. I said that in my live stream. And I know I mentioned that. Yeah, it was in my live stream. Yeah, they need a new Allen Iverson. They need a new bad boy for the league. And John Morant is a very influential athlete. He got kids doing the gritty, dyeing their hair like what, the teal and pink or whatever colors he got, yellow, all that shit. Think Pat about to get 4 chips. I'll say 4 to 5. 4 to 5, but he's not passing Brady. You're gonna watch your alumni Sacramento State play UCLA in the women's tournament at the bar. Oh, I forgot they got the women's tournament too. I don't really keep up with women's basketball like that. It's like they got the NIT on, but ain't nobody really watching NIT like that. CJ Stroud is gonna have to throw the ball and catch it himself on the Panthers. Kansas lost to Arkansas today. Another #1 goes down. Yeah. So the CEO of Twitch stepped down for some reason. No, speaking of for some reason, I found it odd that Michael Jordan is selling his stake ownership of the Hornets this year. That's really weird when he got a movie coming out involving Michael Jordan. He's not in it, but about how Nike signed Michael Jordan and all that. A little interesting. Little interesting. It's all a giant soap opera story. It's so clear when you know how to spot it. Yeah, once the mainstream gets wind of it the way that they do and they just run off with it, and you see it on CNN, Fox News, ABC News, everywhere, and they talking about it, that's when you know it's not just him being stupid. It's a humiliation ritual. Because how do you go from 2-game suspension to it's indefinite to 8 games? And you talking about he's going into rehabilitation or something, like counseling? When you hear those kind of words, I'm like, this nigga getting programmed. Allegedly. Said Josh, that nigga on and off the court. Like, comment, subscribe. Yes, sir. Do I think Trump is the Antichrist? No. So you think the Panthers get CJ Stroud? They need a franchise QB? Yeah, they do. Because they choice has been kind of rough. Baker, Sam Darnold, PJ Walker, like Cam past his prime. Like, come on. Why do I think they're making Tar Heel so bad? They're going through humiliation ritual from last year. That for sure. And of course, Hubert Davis got to pay his dues. What was that, his first year coaching? His first year coaching the Tar Heels, and you go to the national championship. You got to pay that back at some point. It's no different than when you see these quarterbacks that lose early in the playoffs for a couple years and then they finally get good and start winning. Like Josh Allen. He did the same thing his earlier years in Buffalo. And he had nearly as many weapons. He lost in the playoffs early in the wild card. And now look at him. Suddenly he's on a Super Bowl contending team. They'll have the debate and comparison of Mahomes, Montana, since Montana last played as a Chiefs member. And when it's all said and done, I'd say more so. But they're pushing for the Brady, since he's more recent. The younger generation didn't grow up watching Joe Montana. The younger generation really don't give a damn about a lot of the older players and shit like that. So they got to go with what was recent to them. Said, is Miami spring break worth it? I mean, if you want to go, go. I know when I went on spring break when I was in college, I was in PCB in Florida. I had fun. I had a really fun time out there. When I do it at this age, at 28, hell, my body can't recover that way. But at the time when I was younger and I could do that like that, yeah, I enjoyed it. I loved it. So MJ isn't giving up all his ownership stake. He's going to be more in the background. There might be a reason why he in the background. Might be a reason. Tatum's layup at Keebler's throw. What was the joke of the week? Whew. I say Tatum. It's like you could have went left. But now we went back to the right. Why? Why are we going back to the right? Crazy how the league whiplash on Kyrie. He also went against LeBron, too. You got to remember that, too. To re-sign Cam, they made him throw that Super Bowl. Yeah, that's over with. Cam done. Don't ever bet anything on Tatum. He'll sell you out. Yeah, I saw that. Dayball got a Coach of the Year. That's still questionable. Like, really? In the 3 tournaments, the Final Four has been in use in the champions. Primary colors blue, 71 UCLA, 2011 UConn, 2016 Villa. Ooh, I remember that game. Chris Jenkins, that magnet 3. Curry always lost early in the playoffs too until he got that call. Yeah, I remember Curry used to have like injury issues in the playoffs too. Earlier in his career, when he was coaching, when he was playing under Mark Jackson, he tend to have injury issues and shit too. And then we know what happened after Steve Kerr got there. Oh damn, they got a player down. They got a player down. Let me see what happened. He slipped. He lost his footing. Who I think winning the finals. Like I said, right now, I got Boston winning it. More so for the whole Bill Russell thing. And they're due for one. Because they ain't won it since the Big Three. The original Big Three. He went to Jacksonville for spring break. I'm curious what that was like. To people sleeping on the Raiders, you think they'll be a playoffs team under Jimmy G. That nigga got to stay healthy first. And the Saints fall off a cliff. A lot of NFL futures are going on Saints to win the NFC South. Yeah, I'm a little confused about why they're going so heavy on the Saints, too. It's going to be interesting how the CBA negotiations in the NBA goes this summer. Said the Jags about to run their division. Yeah. I heard the Titans might be getting rid of Derrick Henry. Because, I remember on the Bustin' with the Boys podcast, Derrick Henry mentioned how he hated playing on turf. I found this interesting. How he hated playing on turf, and for some dumb reason, the Titans want to go from grass to turf, even though more injuries occur on turf than grass. I'm really confused as to turf. I really want to know why they did that. Is Curry really the greatest shooter of all time? I still say no. I'm not saying he can't shoot, but I still say no. And he ain't the first player to really be shooting like that anyway. So we have Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. He was Steph Curry before Steph Curry. UConn won it in 2003 and 2013. You say possibly 2023. Saying every 10 years, essentially. What do I think the NBA is planning for Zion? Man, Zion, at first I thought, next LeBron James, that's what they're going to do. I still say they're going to eventually get him up out of New Orleans and get him to a bigger market. And then suddenly he'll be the player we thought he was supposed to be. But yeah, that nigga got to stay healthy, though, for real, for real. Steve Kerr is getting credit for what Mark Jackson did, yeah. You don't trust the Wonder Twins in Boston. The Saints just needed a quarterback. Lots of rituals happened during the Ides of March. Yes. Just around like any seasonal change, there's always a lot of rituals and stuff going on. Whether it be summer, winter, fall, spring, which is where we are now. Which is weird, man. It's like, 20-something degrees here? It makes no sense. What up, Antonio Woods? Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. To Vegas greedy, Vegas stealing. I say they making their money on the front end of the tournament this year. That's why you see all these wild, crazy upsets and unpredictable finishes to like really mess up everybody's bracket early on, and then by the time we get to the Sweet 16, things will probably be more normal, and the teams that are supposed to win the game will start winning the game more. Have we ever heard of Kawhi's laugh? Oh yeah, yeah. So you done sports betting? It just doesn't make any sense sometimes. Like, why take Curry out with almost 6 minutes remaining in the game when you're down by 10 when he's supposedly the best shooter ever? That's how it be. That's what they do. Cowboys let go of Zeke, Dak after his contract. So, I mean, Dak trash. What's the plan for Alonzo Ball? Big Pontiac made a comparison that he was like Grant Hill, good basketball player, but injuries kept riddling him every single time. Hell, his career could be like a sacrifice in a way for LaMelo. LaMelo has the star career, and Lonzo, who was projected to be a star early on, now is injury after injury after injury after injury. His whole career just being derailed. Or it could be hell. It could be the shoes. Could be them shoes. Porn star Jimmy is just discount Derek Carr. That's my thoughts on that John Morant interview with Jalen Rose. I haven't seen the John Morant interview with Jalen Rose. I'll have to check it out. The Cowboys assigned Zion Williamson at D tackle. I appreciate it, Jason 410. Appreciate it. Appreciate it for sure. Got to, man. Got to. Lucky Charm, you say you picked Texas to win it all. Yeah, I was talking to somebody last night. I met some Kentucky fans when I was out. I was like, all right, man, how far y'all think y'all gonna go? They was honest. They was honest. They said Sweet 16. I was like, all right, I can see that. That's fair. And I asked somebody else, wasn't. They said they had either Texas or Houston winning it all. Zeke hasn't been good since 2017. Yeah, they got Pollard anyway. The Dolphins are the 2021-2022 Bills without a quarterback. Say that same porn star Jimmy knocked off that bad man in Lambeau as a 6.5 point underdog. Called the Packers one and done. Let's see. Everyone said you was crazy. Packers is always a team that's really on some bait shit for real. Because, like, they'll be so good that they'll have you thinking they can really go to the Super Bowl and win it all. And then when it come time, you'll see Aaron Rodgers pouting this shit. And it's like, oh, they got to throw the game. We saw that from the very first game of the season this last year when they were playing the Vikings. Everybody, before halftime, all the players looked like they had their head down. They was pouting. They looked like they didn't even want to be there. I'm like, damn, this is game 1 of 18, bro. Like, or 17, excuse me. Like, damn, the season just started. The first son is usually the sacrifice. Think about Cooper Manning. Yes, that's a good example, Cooper Manning. That's true, though. There was another comparison I had. Who else was there? Brothers that did something very similar like that. Oh, damn, I can't remember who it was. It was basketball, too. I cannot remember who it was. Someone asked me about it. So do I think Ja's going through humiliation ritual? Yes. Yes. Why else would they leak that video of him in the club anyway? And I'm not talking about the one where he got the little pea shooter, but I'm talking about like with the stripper on his lap and all that stuff. Why would they even leak that? Like it's obvious as day. Oh man, I can't remember who it was. I had a comparison for who Lonzo and LaMelo were, or who would be similar to them. Damn, I cannot remember who it was. Mm-mm-mm. Aaron Rodgers' brother played for Vandy. I remember him, bro. Jordan Rodgers. Now he's on SEC Network. Yeah, him. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers and his family don't get along at all. If I remember, Jordan Rodgers was on The Bachelor or something too. Yeah, I think Jordan Rodgers was on The Bachelor too. Kind of like Jesse Palmer, he was on that show too. Actually, that's the only reason I even knew who Jesse Palmer was. I was like, this dude plays in the NFL because he was like a third stringer for the Giants like forever. Mikey got so many connections. It would be surprising if he don't make it to the league. Oh yeah, they definitely gonna make it to the league. The way they hyping him up, it'd be dumb not to. Thoughts of LeBron posting a clone of himself on IG. Truth in plain sight. That's like there was that LeBron doppelganger at the game a couple years ago. Like sitting courtside. It's like this guy looks like LeBron James. Like, come on. Are all players in the NBA or NFL in on the rig? And just makes sense. The owners and top dogs have so much power to play. Yeah, that's why they sign contracts. They got NDAs, so they don't speak out on the shit. It's slavery. Yeah, Sneeko said it's essentially slavery. Packers probably had the heads down because Goodell told them no playoffs for you cheeseheads at the start. Shit, you might be right. Because it's like, damn, we got to play 16 more games knowing we ain't going to make the playoffs. And this is a team that's used to making the playoffs. Versus if it was, I don't know, the Browns, where it's like they're used to not making the playoffs. Then they'd be like, oh, we suck anyway, so fuck it. Let's just have fun with the shit. Not take it as serious. Which would explain why they were talking big when they were 4-8 on the season. More betting bait for the public. Media was in on it too. Joe Buck. Especially Joe Buck. What up, Lorenzo in the building? How you just now seeing that I've been live? I don't know if they playing with the notifications or what. What's my thoughts on this Hawkeye technology, optical tracking technology coming out in the NBA next season? I think it's more bullshit. Cover what they're doing, what they've been doing. It's like how they try to get slick with USFL, with the technology in the ball and stuff. Like we can track the exact precise place where the ball should be placed whenever they step. When they step out. Like, okay, that's the only thing you're gonna use it for. Okay, that's the only thing you're gonna use it for. Got it. Okay. Sauce Gardner script is going well for Roger Goodell. Sauce Gardner got the best name in the NFL. I think the Bills make the AFC Championship game again next season. The public now thinks they overrated, so the league will switch things up. When do they get them? Once they reach college scene, get what? Get what, Verducci? Why didn't Lamar get offers from other teams once the Ravens franchise signed? Because they colluding against him. Like that's really what they doing. They don't like the fact he's his own agent, his mom's his manager. They don't want to, and he wants a guaranteed contract. And you black quarterback? Oh nah, bro. It's like you asking for way too much. Because that sets a bad precedent. Because if they see other players see Lamar doing this, it's like, oh, he didn't have one of the NFL agents, and he got a guaranteed contract. They ain't gonna be like, shit, I can fire my agent and do the same thing, save me some money. That's why. And Lamar doubled down on top of that, saying, I'm not getting an NFL agent. So, you think they're gonna like that? You really think they're gonna like that? So you knew Tennessee was gonna beat Duke. Why do so many black athletes rock the braids now? It's trend. It's a trend. It's just it made a comeback. Let's see. But no, it's just a trend. It's like how you see a lot of athletes rocking dreads now too. Like you look at any of these March Madness games, you can probably count more than half the players on the court got some type of dreadlock hairstyle or braids. It's just trends. It's like remembering a lot of people rocking that mohawk shit or that Odell haircut, and that shit played out. Same thing. Or back when people used to rock the big fro in the 70s, like the Dr. J fro and stuff. Trends. Said Lamar the next Kaepernick, which he'll be blackballed. Lamar has his own brand. That's another thing too. They want more control over him. Aaron Rodgers ain't one of the good guys. They just don't like what he quote unquote speaking out about. Said Alvin brought back the dreads and Todd Gurley. No, football, they've always had the dreads, bro. Like since Ricky Williams, they really been had dreads like that. That ain't nothing new. As far as basketball though, that's something that became more common probably in the last shit. I say like 5 years where you see this many people with dreads. I remember in the NBA there was that point. Wow, I saw they had a quick pyramid with that March Madness graphic, but I remember when like at one point Kawhi Leonard was like the only one holding it down with straight backs. The only one when it wasn't even cool to rock straight backs even as like a regular person out and about. And then a couple years later, everybody started getting them, and they got these crazy designs where the braids, the dreads be twisting and doing spirals and making designs and letters and shit. I be looking, I'm just like, how they do that? Like, that shit do be looking cool. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just be tricked. Like, I'm really gonna sit down on like watch a YouTube video and see how they do that shit. I'm just really curious. Say you missed the froze. I do, but I don't. I like the sponge shit better than just the round fro. I don't really care for that shit. At first, he was with Texas winning it all, then Kansas going back to back. Now you see Houston versus Bama in the Natty, or at least play, let's see, against each other in the Final Four. Did I see Kim Folks' vid on how they did Kimbo Slice? No, I ain't seen that one yet. I gotta watch that one. Ben Wallace, yeah. Ben Wallace did add a fro. Who else? Jared Allen. For the Cavs, yeah, he had the big fro. Really like the only one. Brandon Ingram with the fro was cold. I remember that. How is Lamar a good guy and not like the others? He's not. He's down with him too. You can't see it on him because he got darker skin and his tattoo is kind of faded, but he has the all-seeing eye tatted on his arm. I think I Googled like Lamar Jackson tattoos and that was one of them. I was like, well, damn. Which I mean, he was a whole unanimous MVP on the cover of Madden in some commercials. Of course, he down with that shit. They not gonna give an MVP to one of the good guys. Hell no. He wouldn't even be a star if he was one of the good guys. So it's crazy how Vegas knows the lines of the players in games every time. This should open everyone's eyes. Yeah, and it's crazy how people who don't know this shit is rigged and scripted will be like, how does Vegas always seem to know how to get these spreads right and these over-unders? I'm like, come on, bro. If it's this consistent for this many years, it's going decades on decades, they know how to get these spreads this close, maybe you should be thinking, hey, there's some riggery going on somewhere. He said, nah, he's blackballed because he went against the league on that shot talk for the V people. Think you talking what? Aaron Rodgers? Like Like, shut the players up and tell them what to do and control them. Once they reach the college scene, most kids are desperate when they enter college. That's why they grind so hard to make it to college. And then they got NILs now. That's really to cover what they've been doing. But NIL just means more control, and we don't really have to hide it as much now. You're like, oh, you got to deal with Mercedes Benz? With Mercedes Benz? Oh, yeah, we got you. We got you. You got a NIL deal worth $5 million? Oh, we got you. You throwing games for us. Or we just going to forget to start paying that NIL money to you. Which they ain't really regulating that stuff either. So some of these players aren't even really getting paid what they should be getting paid for their NIL deals. The colleges kind of know and just don't care. Because like, oh, we still making our money. Used to rock the fro temp fade, and then you started using the sponge on it. Yeah, I used to have like just a regular fro when I was younger, before the sponge was out. And then when I got to college, I had a low haircut. No, I had a flat top with the lines and stuff. And then I had the low haircut, and then I started growing my hair out. And then I did the fro with the little sponge, and I turned into freeform dreads, and I just fully committed. So they got them Kundalini dreads. So one hairstyle is never coming back. That's the Jerry curls. I saw Uzi rocking one on one of his concerts. Like one of his clips, he was doing that Just Rona Rock dance. I'm like, this man got a baggy t-shirt, baggy pants, some cons, and a Jerry curl. What the hell is going on? Kyrie got the Star of David on his hand. Getting called anti. Yeah. Yup. And everybody seemed to go after him after he said it too. Or after he made that post. Vegas knows the Final Four, of course. Have I ever noticed most basketball players on IG have at least one picture doing a Freemason hand sign? Yup. It could even be a picture of them in the game after making a shot or something. It just happens to be that picture. Quote unquote, just so happens. Oh, dude from Texas. I think it was Texas. Someone had an all seeing eye on their arm too. It was one of the light skinned dudes. Luka, yeah, he got one on his forearm. That was like one of the first tattoos I noticed on him. I noticed they try to hide it too. They really try to hide it on Luka as much as they can whenever they show him and stuff. It's like they don't even really try to paint on it and focus on it. Aaron Rodgers, he got it too. Oh, I'm a previewing it, dang. Oh well, there's other ways to get it. Was it 33-24 Alabama over Maryland? The Star of David is a star of rim fan, the hexagon-shaped storm on Saturn. Yeah, they all with that Saturn worship shit. Memphis is really showing how dangerous they are winning these games without Ja Morant. The Alabama, Marquette, Texas, UConn, your Final Four, Bama and Texas in the championship, and Texas winning it all. So you got. There's some of these street balls are better than NBA players. Some of them are. Yeah, the Kabbalah. Lil Uzi Vert say, yeah, I know about that. The whole Lucifer thing. You say it fast. You say Lil Uzi Vert fast. You end up saying Lucifer. I mean, we know he one of the biggest. He admitted it already. Look at his tattoos on his torso. Just look at his music videos. Like he is out there with it. He ain't trying to hide none of it. He's about as bad as Doja Cat. Why does LeBron always do that ritual of throwing powder in the air before the game starts? What's that about? I forgot what the powder's for, but I know before the game, like when they do the national anthem and stuff, He'll always do the double horns and do the triple sixes. I don't know. Who is it? Black Balloons has a video on it. I know Black Balloons had a video on LeBron doing it. I think he has one on the powder too. On why he threw up the powder. I might be wrong about the powder one, but I do know he did have the part about the double horns and the triple sixes and all those different signs. Did I ever listen to Steez in high school? Steez wasn't even really out like that when I was in high school. Yeah, I don't even think Joey Badass was making music or dropping music when I was in high school because I graduated in 2012. I would have been in college. I think I started listening to Joey Badass I think I might have been a freshman in college. Saw the Warriors spread at +7.5 with 10 minutes to go live and knew they was getting smoked. Garnett started that a long time ago with the T-Wolves. I remember Garnett did something. I don't remember him throwing it up like that, but I remember he did do something with the powder, the talcum powder. Frank Nitty Cook, Denzel Valentine. What up, Bronze Flat Power got in the building? The only thing you'll ever agree with Kyrie is that the earth is flat. He be dropping a lot more stuff that's true. It's just he's controlled opposition. Chiefs becoming first team to repeat since 04, 19 years. Like the Patriots. If they do at halftime, there better be a titty out. There better be a titty out at halftime. Think Pro Era popped in 2012. You might be right. I thought it was 2013. But yeah, I think that was my freshman year of college, like fall of 2012. Started waking up after Steez killed himself on 47-day new margin. He was obsessed with 47, which you think is a race number in gematria. I know Steez and Joey Badass didn't really even get along like that. There's like tension. If you look in their interviews when they had the Pro Era group, you could see the tension between them two. Yeah, Kyrie control op. If they go back, you tossing the house on it. On the NFC team is gonna be like the Seahawks versus Pats Super Bowl. Texas does win it all, then that's a preview of the NBA Finals winner. You think Kevin Durant and the Suns? I don't see the Suns winning that, man. I don't see the Suns winning. Steve was also wearing the Baphomet, but he was just 18. Damn. You've been in the entertainment industry, worked in DC for years ago. You an old head, got knowledge and stories. I bet you do. Shit. I bet you do. I bet you done heard some stuff for sure. And seen some weird stuff. Think Joey sacrificed allegedly. Of course. Of course. Who's out of Pro Era? Who really got big like that? Who's the one you see in power? Who's the one getting acting roles? Still dropping albums. I even heard him say they was bumping anyone else in Pro Era like that on the mainstream level. NBA not giving CP3 a ring. Nope, they're not. He's like a Dan Marino dude. Giannis could get 2 rings. What happened to Debo's channel? I mean, it's still up. I know he ain't uploaded in a minute, but it's still up. But yeah, when it comes to like rap groups, man, like just pay attention to which one out of the rap group, because when they first get on, I'm not gonna say a group like in the sense of the collective. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not saying a group like the Migos are actual rap group or were a rap group, but a collective like a Pro Era or a Taylor Gang, even though it's a label, like a collective in that sense. See which, or I won't say 3 6, but that's a bad example. But see which one got the biggest out of the group, or who seemed to ascend and the rest kind of just got left behind. Sure, the simple one, if you want to go with a group, Beyonce, Destiny Child. That's the one that really, really got big. Obviously, Kelly Rowland did a thing, but Beyonce really, really got big. Celtics sell out again. Jazz 118, 117. Tatum only 15 points under his point total. That's criminal. You know what I mean? Like Flatbush. Flash. Damn, I heard nothing from Flatbush Zombies in a minute. Then they started rapping together too. Lillard would never get a ring either. Oh no. Said the Jazz pissing you off. They're just in the way in the standings. Said think of the connection. Mahomes won this year's Super Bowl in a stadium called State Farm. CP3 plays for the team in the same city, Arizona, and does State Farm commercials. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that with the connection to the Super Bowl and the Chiefs. But you're right, Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes, and State Farm, CP3 plays. Yeah. It'd be something if the Suns changed their arena name to State Farm Arena, but nah, it's in Atlanta. But that would be something. Pistons are still in the NBA. Bro, the Pistons ain't done shit in a long time. So what I tell you, he said Tatum and Brown are really the Wonder Twins. One game they look like world beaters, the next game they look like they don't even know how to play basketball. Am I gonna go live for the Sweet 16? I can't even check my phone. Damn. Hell, I might. So you think it's on Thursday? Oh, talking about Sweet 16? If it's on, yeah, I might on Thursday. If I get back from my workout class, if I get back in time, yeah, I can go live for that Tennessee, whoever they play game. Tennessee F team game. The Durant trade is equivalent to the Niners getting Christian McCaffrey. Devin Booker has Kardashians cursed still. Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with them hoes. I say no to that shit. Granted, a lot of shit's arranged. Obviously, build you up as a bigger star, but yeah, I wouldn't fuck with them. Look at Reggie Bush. That man lost the Heisman and fucked his knees up. That's one way you can think of to where we can actually get sports back without rigging. I'm talking about like major pro sports. If that's the case, bro, you kind of shit out of luck on that one. They kind of got that shit sewn up. Best you can do is start your own league. We can start our own league. Kind of like how LeVar Ball did. The toughest part would be like TV, TV broadcasting there. You could do live stream. I mean, people don't really watch TV like that, but you could live stream it. Find a way to live stream to get the reach out there. Messi plays for PSG, Qatar ownership, and won the World Cup in Qatar. Sierra and Russell Wilson. What do I think about the XFL? Obviously rigged, but you like some of the rule changes. I done watched a couple games, but I'm not big on it. I really don't care to watch XFL like that. If it's on, it's just on in the background. Because honestly, I could use the break from football. Especially going from what, like 18 weeks of that shit? Really 20 something counting the playoffs. Yeah, I can go a break without go with a break without football. Lamar Odom, he couldn't even dribble a basketball after hanging out with the Kardashian. That nigga almost died. Shit. You don't want the XFL rules in the NFL, but it's nice to just see a different product. Yeah, I'm just not used to seeing football during the spring like this. Carson Wentz and Kenny Galladay headed to the XFL. Damn. Yeah, Carson Wentz talking about falling off. Shit, Carson Wentz. I'm gonna be on here for like 5 more minutes. Marcus Carr was born on 6/6, Final Four 66 days before his birthday. Damn. That's funny. The one dude, DeLeon was telling me, yeah, that he said that nigga look like you. Saying watch out for the Jesuit school, Marquette, they're a dark horse. I remember that shit. Them mentioning that. It was on ESPN, on like the Scott Van Pelt show. Could be an Elite Eight of Tennessee and Kentucky. Carl will be there as well once the Saints go 5-12 this season. Oh, crybaby Carr. So you realize the NBA and NFL is so boring now. You don't even sports, but yeah, a lot of people talking about the NBA boring this year. And I said in the last stream, bro, my biggest thing is the low management and the players. A lot of the star players injured. It's like that's the reason people watch basketball, to watch the star players. We didn't come here to watch Memphis without Ja. Nobody give a fuck about that. I mean, every now and again it's cool to see Dylan Brooks like try to tackle somebody, but still, like, we'd rather see Ja dunk on somebody. Mahomes' brother, low-key a good teacher, taught his brother how to act. Mahomes sprained his ankle very well in the playoffs. What? So how the Saints going 5-12 in that division? You say you biased though. That division's still trash. The Knicks' fixed wins aren't even entertaining. You've been waiting for them to win for years. Oh, you saying he faked Mahomes, that is, faked his injury with his acting skills? Oh yeah, you know that shit was fake. 1 minute he limping, the next minute he could just scamper for 20 yards like it ain't nothing. Okay, Patrick. Okay, Mahomes. They're the same way he missed the playoffs with the best wide receiver in the league. Trying to remember what that goes to. Oh, Derek Carr. Got to be Derek Carr. The NFC East is the best division. You remember you went to a preseason NBA game. It was the Hornets and the Heat. The only star player that played was Chris Paul. Damn. Oh, New Orleans Hornets. Wow. I wouldn't even if I got free tickets, I probably wouldn't go to a preseason NBA game. I'll probably sell them things. So even if he did get injured, all they gotta do is perk him up, give him some of that Toradol. I still remember Aaron Rodgers had them bloodshot red eyes in that one interview. That man was on the moon, boy. I was like, God damn, boy, you high. You high than a motherfucker, boy. How many blunts you smoke for this game? Patty Mayonnaise. Patty Mayonnaise with the league behind him feeling like Superman. Call that man mayonnaise. Hear the interview about Mahomes the day after he got drafted to the Chiefs. He was getting quizzed on coverages, and someone gave him the playbook to ace the test. Oh, I ain't hear about that. Oh. I do remember in college he was a gunslinger. They just say he had a gunslinger mentality. So broke like Michael Thomas going to carry Carr. Said Duke gonna be back in the Final Four next year. They bet not. Where you worked at the time paid for the tickets. Oh, so you got it for free. Okay, I got you. That Arian Foster playbook. Mm. Mm. Mahomes got robbed his first week in KC. I heard it go down in KC. Steelers and the Ravens rivalry in the 2000s and early 2010s was lit. Yeah, now it's like, bro, it's not even the same. Because now whenever they play, there's always an injured quarterback, whether it be for Pittsburgh or Baltimore. Literally in the interview, he said he got it the night before. Mm. KC violent as hell. It's weird how they don't really highlight it a lot. At least like you hear about Memphis, you hear about Chicago, you don't hear about Kansas City like that. They PR team must really be hiding that shit. Because I always wonder if it's just a Kansas City, Missouri thing, or is it a Kansas City, Kansas thing too? Listen to DJ Quick record about Kansas City. You think it's KC's like Compton? Damn. I heard St. Louis. Yeah, I heard about St. Louis. Definitely heard about St. Louis being dangerous. We got UCLA, Marquette, Princeton. Nigga, did you say Princeton? Funny how Juju went from Pittsburgh to KC to New England. Said Trubisky and Tyler Huntley be lit. Shit. That was rough, man. That was rough. Oh, sorry, at bitch Trubisky. And then for some reason, Tyler Huntley became a Pro Bowler. He had more votes as a Pro Bowler before he even had a touchdown pass. Like that's real shit. And then they had highlights of Tyler Huntley in the Pro Bowl flag football game. Like that's something to be happy about. Now I think they trying to Lamar play on Justin Fields. Does Justin Fields have an NFL agent? That's the first question we need to ask. How PJ Walker throw a 70-yard touchdown and he's not getting any backup nods. You a Saints fan saying that. You know why. We know why. We know what the league likes and what they don't like at that position. Still crazy Josh Johnson was in the league that long. Played for what, 14 teams? Princeton would make the Final Four if they had Carlton Banks being the mascot while doing his dance. Yeah, Princeton ain't making it that far, man. All right, I'm finna get up out of here. I'm getting hungry again, man. I'm about to cook me some food. But it was good chatting with y'all, man. You know, chilling Saturday night, watching basketball. Man, y'all stay warm. I don't know if it's warm or cold there. Y'all stay warm. Y'all stay safe. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that like button. Yeah. I don't know what next week, maybe week after that, I'll be start doing like rigged NBA and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for that stuff too. All right, so we out.